Hi, I'm Susie, and this is day 5 of the Living from Your Heart in a 3D World 31-day challenge. So, wow. I would just have to say that so far, I know we're only 5 days in, but I have had so many aha moments for myself. Because remember, I'm doing this with you. I'm just documenting it as I do it, as I peel back all the layers of the onion, so that we can all have these experiences together. So, let's just take a deep breath in. Let it all out. In, let it all out. You can keep breathing in while I'm talking if you like, because breath is our first connection that we can, like our first point of call when we need to, when we feel like we're a bit up in our head, is to come back into our heart and just take a deep breath. And so, okay. Let's have a quick recap, especially if you're at day 5 and you've never seen us before. So we have confirmed that because we exist, because we're here right now, I'm talking to you, you're watching this, you might be talking to me too, that's okay. Because we exist, the only way you can exist is if you're divine source energy. Like, that is what everything is made from. That is what the entire universe is made from. So if you exist, which we know you do, then you are divine source energy. So that is number 1 tick. So if you are divine source energy, which we've proven you are because you exist, then you have access to the infinite abundance and intelligence and creativity and possibilities that divine source energy has access to, because you are it. You're made up of it. And the only thing that is blocking us from that, it's not actually blocking us, it's already in here. Like, we have it within. Like, this is not an external anything. Like, this is all inside of each and every one of us. And that is our truth. And anything that is not our truth, that is what's blocking us from living to our fullest potential, from living in infinite abundance. And so that's what this job is. That's what this challenge is about. It's about seeing these things for what they are, identifying them as they come up. And I don't know about you, but I'm already finding it so much easier and faster to just bat them away and just, I see you, thank you, you're not real. Like, that's not my truth. Because we've already stated, we know exactly, we exist, so we are divine source intelligence, energy, universal energy, God creator energy, whatever you want to call it. So we know that our truth is that we have access to that. So any story, any belief system is just an unaligned belief system saying that we don't. So that's what the job is now. It's to peel back all those layers and see where this is showing up for you. So yesterday I touched on a few things. Firstly, if you are having any negative self-chat to yourself, you call yourself silly or stupid or whatever, that has to stop immediately. Because is divine source intelligent that? No. If I do something silly, I might say, oh, you silly human. Name it for what it is. Like, that's just my 3D clumsy human self trying to live as a human, like as a human body. But my actual truth of who I am is divine source intelligence. So, do you see what I mean? Like, see where your human is humaning is not your truth. So I did notice something this morning, actually. I'm working on my lack patterns, on money fears and things like that. That's what I'm working really strongly on at the moment. And I noticed I went to the cupboard where, you know, you have like stored dry foods and canned goods and things like that. And it's getting pretty low, it's pretty skint in there. So the old program that came up to me was, old Mother Hubbard. You know, old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her children some whatever. And when she got there, the cupboard was bare. And so the poor children had none. And I was like, do you know what instantly came to me though? The old Mother Hubbard belief system started playing out, and I went, no, I'm the new Mother Hubbard. And the new Mother Hubbard has infinite resources available to her right now within her. So that's day 5. Day 5, and already my subconscious is overriding itself with true aligned belief systems. And the true aligned belief system is I am the new Mother Hubbard with my magic wand of infinite resources. We all have it. Every single one of us has infinite resources. And it's only these unaligned belief systems that are blocking them from coming to us. So interestingly, I love the YouTube algorithm, but I've been getting so many Bashar shorts come up lately, Bashar. Search him on YouTube and you'll get fed them too, because he just explains it so clearly. And so I'm going to recap what he said about manifestations and the law of attraction. It's like, and this goes back to us, like we are infinite source energy. So we are already vibrating at our highest, most divine self. It's only these belief systems and stories that don't align with that are like a layer in front of it that's blocking the infinite abundance and resources from coming to us. So as we practice this, I see you for what you are. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for showing me that. And as we keep, like the Louise Hay, as the Louise Hay example I gave yesterday of our subconscious storing all these stories and beliefs that we're not good enough and we're not worthy enough and we're just not enough in general. And now we're starting to say, nope, that's not true. And we're starting to remove those belief systems and patterns from our subconscious and replace them with, I am infinite, what is it? I can't even speak. I am divine source intelligence. Like I have access to everything in the entire universe because I am the universe, as are you. We all are, every single one of us. So I've noticed the shift already. So I don't know if you have, but I have noticed the shift for sure. And then we also did cover, and we're just going to double down on this, because have you been shoulding on yourself? Have you noticed anywhere the word should came up? And then did you take 20 seconds to just take a step back and dig a little bit down into where did that should come from? Is it something your mum used to say to you when you were growing up? Is it around a fear of something? Like, is it a conscious programming or is it an unconscious programming? Well, we're going to make it a conscious programming, because once it becomes conscious, once we see the awareness of it, that's when we can transmute it, because we know our truth. And if it doesn't align to that truth, bye-bye. It's not real. It can't be true. Two things can't be true. Like the truth that you are divine source intelligence is absolute. There are no conditions to it whatsoever other than the fact that you exist, which we've concluded because you're here right now watching this. And if you didn't exist, you would not be here watching this. And I would not be here talking to me, talking to you. We're all talking to each other, but that's like divine source intelligence. Like if you get messages from your guides or from angels, like they're also just you and you are them, because we're all made from the same energy. Do you see what I mean? Like if you get intuitive messages, it's just from you guiding you. So just have a think about that. Oh, I had something I wanted to say then, and then it just poof, it went out of my brain. So obviously we don't need to talk about that right this second. But okay, what do we need to focus on now for day 5? Now that we're really starting to get it, like we get it, we can see it. Do we need to sweep out any more cobwebs, or are you sorted there? Have you got that? Like any shoulds, any negative self-talk? Like they're pretty basic ones. I suppose I could probably dig into a little bit about where my journey started on all of this, and I'll talk to you about it from the like body image perspective. So I started my brand Scanties, which is an anti-shapewear company, and I've started an anti-shapewear movement. So that is both the physical shapewear, bye-bye Spanx, goodbye, all the things that are tight and restrictive, but also the emotional shapewear removal. And that is where we've dug into all of this. The emotional shapewear is all of these negative belief systems, and well, now I know them to be unaligned belief systems to our truth. So that's emotional shapewear. That's the shoulds. That's anything that does not align with the miraculous, amazing creation that you are. So that's how I began to dig into this. And I suppose for me, body image, like I have struggled with it my entire life. And that's why I created the product initially, because I hated chafing, my thighs chafing. I hated it. So it's an ugly word, but a very common problem. If you don't get it, lucky you. But for those of you that do, you'll get what I mean. So I wanted a nice, comfortable product because then we could feel good in our bodies instead of like that, just starting that negative loop pattern. Like if you're getting thigh chafe or you've got cutting in elastic or riding up underwear, or it's if you feel uncomfortable in your body, it does not start a positive loop in your head. So initially, I just wanted the product to cut off the negative loop. And then that made me dig in more. It's like, well, okay, now we've cut it off like in our physical, like we're feeling good, we can get about our day. But that's what then made me become so passionate about cutting it off in our heads as well. So we've made our bodies feel good, but now this is what this living from your heart in a 3D world, why I'm so passionate to bring it here, because this is the layers of the onion that I've peeled off to realize who we truly are, which is pure joy, pure bliss, like divine. You are divinity embodied. Like that is who you are. That is how amazing you are. So I just want you to just take a second to just breathe that in. You are divinity embodied. So just breathe that in. And if there's any thoughts coming to you that tell you that you aren't, and this is what we're learning to become aware of, any of those thoughts, they're the ones that we need to say, thank you, I love you. Unfortunately, you're not the truth, so you're going to have to leave. And we're going to reorganize that filing system in our subconscious with the truth of who we are. Now, this is actually happening for humanity, like as a whole at the moment. We are all rising out of these unaligned, ego-driven belief systems and coming back into this heart conscious, heart coherence. Like it's happening on a global scale at the moment. So the energy is actually being really supportive of this at the moment. My favorite comet, 3i Atlas, I think had something to do with it as well. It's like, it's activated our heart centers so that we can now remember our truth. You might be thinking I'm crazy, but just go with it. Just go with it, because we cannot deny the other two facts, that we exist, and if we exist, we are divine source intelligence, divine source energy, universal energy, whatever you want to call it. Those two facts are absolute. So the rest of it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we got here. All that matters is that we are here right now. And I'm so excited to be sharing this journey with you. It just, like for me, the aha moments and speaking it out to you is just, it's helping me to process all this information, because you know when you can feel it, like sitting here with you guys, and I've been video journaling, and it doesn't take me very long to blab out all the ego falsehoods, and because when you speak them aloud, they lose their power. And I found that, so the stuff that I've been hiding in my head, like trying to figure out and work out, once you speak it out loud, it's so much easier to see it as not your truth. So I highly suggest that you speak out loud. If you don't want to record yourself, do a voice memo. But speak this out loud. Speak all of the things you think about yourself that aren't worthy or aren't good enough. Like do just a voice blah. Get it all out. Or maybe writing works for you. Doesn't work for me. But whatever it is, like write all the possible things down, or speak out all the possible things of where you could be bad or wrong or not good enough or failing or any of those things. And then we just take a big deep breath and just come back down into our hearts and say, if we know we exist, so therefore our divine source intelligence, if we know that, can these things be true? And feel, not from your head, from your heart. Feel from your heart if these things can be true. Well, they can't, because we know who you are. It's actually that simple. Like, I know it seems like sorcery or something, that it's this simple, and I feel like, oh my God, how have I only realized this at 45 years old? Like, life could have been so much easier. But I think what I've been hearing on other YouTubers and stuff is that we actually weren't given full access to our heart spaces until recently. Another little gift from our friend 3i Atlas and some cosmic planetary stuff. We weren't, the heart codes weren't unlocked so we could fully come online and live from our heart space instead of our head space. So I think that's why all this knowledge has just finally clicked. It's just clicked for me. And I've been studying this for 11, 12 years now, and it has never been as simple as this. And that the 3D reality that we live in is just a web of all of these illusions. And we know they're not real. And it's interesting, I was actually listening to Bashar this morning, and he was saying that we're actually timeline jumping every split second. So this now moment to that now moment to that now moment is all timeline jumping, because all that exists is this now moment. And he put it together a bit like, remember the old like film, like movie reels where they have this, they're all still like still photos, and then when you move it, it appears to be moving. And he said that's all that reality is. It's like, you know, when you do on the book and you draw a picture and it moves a little bit and then you flick the pages. Each of those pages, each of those pictures is the now moment. So and each of them is a timeline jump. And we're not even going to get into the fact that time doesn't exist, because that's a deep one. And I'll need a bit more from Bashar to help both of us understand that. But theoretically, well, no, it's the truth. We do know it's the truth that time does not exist, and that all we have is a series of now moments. Like a movie, like film reel. Everything is just a now moment, jumping timeline. And our 3D brains wouldn't cope if we jumped. Like if I went into my house like that and jumped in, and all of a sudden new Mother Hubbard had filled the cupboard just by her intention, well, I might get a bit of a fright. I think I'd get a bit of a fright. But I don't think that's beyond, like to me, theoretically, that makes sense that I could jump to that timeline where that cupboard is actually full and the freezer is full and the fridge is full. I could jump to a timeline and my house looks completely different. I could jump to a timeline and I live in a completely different country. I could jump to a timeline and I live on a completely different planet. I'm a completely different race. Like this, I know I'm probably getting a little bit too into the weeds there. That's like, boom, blow minds. But that's the stuff that like is a possibility, because there are infinite possibilities right now in this now moment. So there's no reason why we can't jump like that. And who knows, maybe we'll start doing that. Who knows? You might be seeing me record this and I might be wearing a purple jumper. Well, this is purple or purpley blue. I might be wearing a pink jumper and I might have brown hair. Maybe the reality where you see me, I look completely different. Who knows? Anyway, I'm just loving all of this. It's so exciting. I love you lots. All your homework is today is just keep up with that awareness. And then thank you, I love you. Are you my truth? Unless it's from love, joy, bliss, creativity, amazingness, sadly it is not. And we're going to have to remove it from that filing system and replace it with what is the truth, because that's what we're doing, is we're clearing out these filing systems and replacing them with our truth. So I love you lots. Great day 5. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.